Ready or not, here I come. I'm Jared Goff.
Miss me at karaoke with you.
Yeah, that's it. What a song. Anyway, let's get to it. Jared Goff, rumor, conversation, top 5 quarterback in the NFL. You want me to give you my – I don't have him in the top 5.
I'd like to go back to the previous segment to where you said Jared Goff under pressure.
Under pressure?
It's a good conversation to talk out.
Well, it's not even a conversation. Jared Goff under pressure is one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL when he's under pressure.
He can't be in the top 5 if he needs to be homeschooled, i.e. in a dome, to be successful.
But he
it's
plays
a ridiculous argument.
but he plays in the dome all the time.
But it's a ridiculous argument.
So he's not top 5.
No, because you can't be top 5 and be coddled in certain scenarios, and you're good, and certain scenarios you're not. He's a top 10 unequivocally. Top 5? No chance. This is how many offensive lines can you name 3 guys? Ragnow, Decker, Sewell.
That's true.
It's ridiculous.
It's true. I'll tell you why. This is what a top 5 quarterback has. He can process, go through his progressions.
Yeah, give me the high school quarterback intangibles.
He can make all the throws that are necessary. And then when the reads are done, the processor is finished, and there's no answer, he could then create and play off schedule. That's what the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL could do. Jared,
so the way you break that down, then his athleticism works against him for that third part.
In other words, guys like Tua, unbelievable processor.
Sure.
Arm strength, not the best, but he can typically get the ball there. When he is off schedule,
no chance.
He's in trouble. Jared Goff is the same way. Great processor, unbelievable accuracy when he's not under pressure. But once he gets off schedule and there's some pressure, forget about it. It's going to be a turnover-worthy play loading. I'll give you my top 7 quarterbacks in the NFL because I have Goff at 8.
You have Goff at 8.
Mahomes, and this is in no particular order. Mahomes, Jackson, Allen, Stroud, Burrow, Purdy, Love, all ahead of Jared Goff. Then I have Jared Goff at, right around 8 or 9.
I just push back on Purdy and Love just out of lack of reps. But
how many reps you want?
I mean, I need to see him.
You need to see him play in the Super Bowl?
I need to see him. You need to see him
play in the Super Bowl.
It could be that.
You need to see him win 8, 9 in a row and have the best.
I mean, if you're going if you're putting Goff on the Niners, he's putting up better numbers than Purdy. Is it talent? I mean, if it's talent, you can maybe make the case Love might be more talented.
We're getting ready to derail the whole show, so I'm going to go on to the next question.
Hey, I didn't think you were pulling out. You were pulling out a top 7 list.
Yeah, I would
have had mine.
We're getting ready to derail the whole segment. All right, ready or not? Will Derrick Henry rush for 2,000 yards again?
No.
Projected pace is 1995. No. 337 carries, 23 touchdowns, 1 of 8 running backs, of course, to run for 2,000 yards in a season. We should do a segment. Can you name the other 7? That's fun.
Yeah,
but
it's a nice thought.
704 yards through 6 games. He can't keep it going. He's going to start to run out of gas a little bit.
If you're running the Ravens, you're not trying to hit this benchmark, and when you have nothing to do with his career, you're saving him for January. You're saving him for cold football games.
Can they afford to save him?
It depends on Keaton
because
Mitchell. Where's my guy coming off the PUP list?
Well,
they need some backup. Justice Hill is a great change of pace back, but he's no Keaton Mitchell.
You owe your fans to get back to being the number 1 and having a couple home games in Baltimore because you lost the first one to Kansas City last year.
It's not about him getting any kind of rushing record, though.
But their route to winning games is him running the ball well and him getting a bunch of touches. So if the goal is to get the number 1 seed, which it should be, because as we've talked about for many years here at MSG, you are not allowed to go to Arrowhead and thinking you're going to win any games and go to the Super Bowl. It doesn't work that way. So you have to get back home. You have to have 13 minimum wins to get the number 1 seed in the AFC, probably more like 14. Don't you have to just run Derrick Henry as much as you can?
The Benz in the garage has 120,000 miles on it. I don't know that I want to push it in the middle of winter to go do an unnecessary trip when we know this thing's going to get us through the winter. It's got to take it easy. You can't run. I mean, you're right for the last 3 weeks of football. But the nice thing is they have scheme, just like the Niners. They don't have to run Henry 25 times. They have to run the football to win games. Doesn't have to be the king all the time. Mitchell's going to be huge coming back.
All right, let's close it out with this. Narrative Alex Monaco is done talking about in the NFL.
Aaron Rodgers is washed at 40. He's not washed. All right, the pick 6 to Van Finkel, Einhorn, Van Ginkel, bad body language.
Great play,
terrible international body language. He didn't force Greg the Leg to miss 2 pivotal kicks, arguably 2 game-winning kicks. I was allowed. I heard that doink in Jersey at my Midtown Manhattan apartment. That's how bad that Greg the Leg miss was. He's almost thrown for 300 yards 2 of the last 4 weeks. If we want to get rid of that narrative, he can't throw for 300 yards. He just got his running mate back. Again, he's a guy.
Didn't he throw for like 299 too? It wasn't like 299.
Yeah, it's like in the conversation.
Yeah.
But I'm just sick. We talk about it. We see it. You've lived it in the NFC North. The pieces are there. The run game's there. It's a serviceable offensive line. But I don't want to sit here with a really month and a half of a lot of easy W's and call this man washed, when I think he knows the whole weight of the world is on his shoulders in this round 2, really because of Brady and Tampa. This is all Brady and Tampa's fault.
I agree.
What do you got?
He's not washed. I laid it out. My narrative is the Cowboys. Please stop talking about these guys and Jerry Jones. I don't want to hear about them anymore. They're one of the worst teams in the NFC, potentially the entire league.
You did see it a little bit ahead of everybody else.
I told you guys in the summer that I didn't know what they were doing. They're not adding anyone. They weren't at the time re-signing the guys that could impact. Their big addition was Zeke Elliott. I don't want to hear about honestly, I don't want to hear about the next time I want to hear about the Cowboys is Jerry Jones has left his post and he is looking for not sell the team, but leaves his post as a GM and is looking for someone to bring in to run the team, and he's going to go in the background. Because until that happens, they are an irrelevant football team going forward.
Wow.
Especially with Jaden Daniels now coming on the fold.
Yeah.
If Sirianni gets fired, I think the Eagles get a lot better, but they're going to have a hard time getting back to prominence, and I don't want to hear every single week Jerry Jones talking to the media that he pays, apparently, which I thought was unbelievable.
That's wild.
That we're working on things and we're going to make it better because it's all bad. You need a lot of different things that way. At least for the rest of the season, I don't want to hear about the Cowboys.
To put a button on it, did you smile when they got routed on Jerry's birthday?
No, because I should have had more money on the lines.
There it is.